Hi, this is Kate from the On Legs Agency and welcome to the Friday session. So today's topic is gratification from those things that maybe don't serve us. So what I mean by this is a lot of the time there are occasions when we say yes to things or we say no to things or we do things that don't necessarily serve us, that don't really benefit us. They maybe take us away from doing the things that we should be doing that will help progress us. We complain about these things. We cry about these things. We give these things a lot of airplay. But the one thing that we don't always bring awareness to or accept is you probably wouldn't continue doing them if you weren't getting some level of gratification as a result. So I was working with a client a couple of weeks ago, and it's come up in a couple of things, but I was working with a particular client a couple of weeks ago, and this particular client was exhausted and tired and didn't have the time to do the things that were important to them, weren't getting their projects done, were falling behind on their deadlines because they were saying yes to other things. They were joining various organisations, they were networking like crazy, and they had got to the stage where they felt that people were taking and there wasn't a lot of give, and they felt that they were being maybe used somewhat, and they'd fallen into a little bit of the victim mode during the session. The session lasted a good hour and a half, you know who you are, and by the time we got to the end of the session, it had started to become clear to the client that although they were complaining about these things that maybe weren't serving them and causing them some distress at some stages, they were also getting gratification out of it. They were also feeling good as a result of it. And the gratification that this person was getting was they were getting the saviour gratification. And saviour gratification is the, oh my gosh, what would we do without you? You're absolutely brilliant. You just get so much done. I'd be lost without you. And therefore you keep doing. And the reason that you keep doing is because that feels good. Being the saviour, rolling in on the white horse and being told we can't do without you actually feels good. You get gratification out of it at the loss of the other things that you maybe should be doing. So where we got to with this client was, in order for you to do the things that you need to do, to get back on projects, to get back on your goal list, you're going to have to give up some things. And it's not the things, the physical acts that you're finding difficult giving up. It's the gratification and the feeling that you get from doing them. And are you willing to give up that in order to pursue what you need to do? And that's a big question, guys, because giving up gratification is difficult. And this can be looked at in all aspects of life, in relationships, and it's very, very prevalent in relationships. You know, the gratification that you maybe get out of a relationship. Not all bad relationships are bad all the time, but they may not be good for you long term, but yet you stay. And you stay because, for lots and lots of different reasons, and I'm not suggesting that people stay in bad relationships purely out of gratification. There are many other reasons, but one of the reasons are gratification. You're getting something out of it. And you have to get to a place where you're willing to give up that in order to pursue what it is you should be doing and going down the path that you should be doing. So I suppose today I'm asking, what are you getting gratification out of that you're complaining about? What are you getting satisfaction out of that, although it feels good short term, it's not really good long term? And in order to pursue what you need to do long term, and in order to pursue what will be good for you, are you willing to give up that gratification? Little thought, little seed to plant into the head there this Friday, but just have a little think about it. This is a theme now that I've noticed, I think, with 4 clients over the last 2 weeks. Maybe saviour mode is one. Victim mode is a huge other, and that's one that we absolutely see. So have a little think about it, and have a little think about, are you playing any of those kind of roles, and what gratification are you getting out of as a result of it? And is that serving you? And it might serve you, and that might be okay. Is it serving you? And if it isn't, are you willing to give it up? Happy Friday.